Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, that in this video I'll be listing all of the problems that my 2006 e65 730D has and suffers from, which I intend to fix if I decided to take that route where I want to fix the car. But I'm in two minds of what to do with it. I don't know whether to fix the car, sell it, scrap it, or whatever. But anyways, these are the problems the car currently has. So there's no audio, the radio doesn't work, sat nav doesn't work, and I'm getting an SOS warning on the dash. No SOS function warning or whatever, and for that I need to bypass one of the modules or units in the boot, or it's the iDrive that's the issue, or the ask unit, which is the CD bit, that may need replacing. I don't know, I need to check that what it is. I need to find out what it is. I need to bypass something. I've got the bypass cables, so that's that. No audio basically. Number two, second problem, the bonnet release handle in the footwell, that's snapped off, so that needs fixing, as well as the cable, the whole of the cable that goes into the engine bay and attaches to the two latches which releases the bonnet. All of that needs to be replaced. As of right now, I'm manually having to release the latches to release the bonnet. So yeah, I'm improvising a little there. Okay, now number four, the fourth problem is the rear right CV axle or drive shaft, or whatever you want to call it depending on where you're from. That is making a loud clicking noise, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to take the car off the road and buy a smaller car, because of the noise. I just couldn't bear that noise, and it's kind of embarrassing as well, especially when you're driving through the city centre and it got that loud clicking noise. It just echoes, and you can hear it, and people tend to look, so it is embarrassing. So yeah, rear axle, drive shaft, that's clicking. The front suspension top mounts, they need replacing, as it's making a thudding noise when I go over uneven surfaces. It's definitely got nothing to do with the control arms or ball joints or anything like that. I believe it's coming from the top mounts. So yeah, that's number four. Number five, number five is the front mounts. Number six are the bonnet struts. The bonnet struts need replacing. Number seven, torque converter. Sometimes that slips. Doesn't slip all the time, but when I put my foot down and trying to overtake, sometimes it slips. The revs increase, but the car doesn't move. And then sometimes the engine or gearbox goes into limp mode, and it is just stuck in third gear, I believe, or second gear. So I'm having to pull over, switch the car off, turn it back on, and the issue goes away. And also I'm getting the infamous juddering vibration at around 1800 RPM, so I'm definitely thinking the torque converter is on its way out. So that's that. Right, next problem, the air conditioning doesn't work. Hasn't worked since I bought the car in 2013. I believe it's it can either be the condenser, the evaporator, which I hope it's not, because for that I have to remove the full dashboard, the whole of the dashboard, to get to the evaporator, and that's a big job. Or it's the Schroeder valves, the little valves that you use to fill up the air conditioning system, which I believe they are. So that's that. The next problem is a bad oil leak. I don't know where the oil leak is coming from. It could be from the oil filter seal, or the sump seal, crankshaft seal, I don't know, but that needs to get fixed, because it is causing a bit of a problem on my driveway, to be honest. The catalytic converter, that's giving me issues. It doesn't take long for it to block up or fill up with soot, and I'm having to use additives regularly just to clear all that crap out. Main thermostat is leaking. The valve stem seals, they need replacing. At the initial start up in the morning, when I switch the car on, I get a blue smoke, a puff of blue smoke, and that goes away afterwards, especially on long idles. So if I idle for, let's say, 5 minutes and then I drive off, it chucks out a whole bunch of smoke. So valve stem seals. The next problem is the steering rack, that needs replacing. definitely that needs replacing. It's got nothing to do with the control arms or anything like that. I've had a 4-wheel alignment done with a Hawkeye Hunter machine, I believe it's called. But I've had everything checked, and except for the steering rack, and I believe it is a steering rack that's on its way out, because the car just doesn't. It just wanders around, to be honest. It just wanders everywhere. But yeah, steering rack. Next problem. The whole of the engine bay is basically caked in grease and oil and dirt. I have no idea where it's come from, but it is just caked in a whole bunch of crap. And it's nasty to look at and to even work in. So all of that needs to be cleaned out. Now for some of these jobs, I've decided to take the whole engine out. So that's another big job, taking the engine out, which will make my life a hell of a lot easier, replacing some of the parts, and also I'll get to clean and properly, wash out the bay, the engine bay. So it'll make my life easier, and also I guess for experience and skill, it's a good thing to do. Something that I want to do, take the engine out, maybe even take the engine apart, put it all back together like a Lego set, and put the engine back in. Good experience and skill set to have and to achieve. Right, next problem. Okay, so yep, the car, obviously because it's been stood for over a year, it needs a deep clean, clear wax and polish. All that will need to be done. The interior needs a full detail as well. I need to remove the seats because there's a whole bunch of crap around there and under there, and the carpets need to be washed as well. So these are all of the problems. There's 17 problems that need to be sorted, and yeah, that's a lot of problems to fix and to deal with. But it's not impossible. I can deal with all of these problems, but I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't know how much more money I need to pump into this car. Now, because of these problems, I'm in two minds in what to do with the car, whether to scrap it, sell it for parts. I don't know. I really do not know. Okay, but yeah, these are the problems that I will be dealing with if I decide to fix the car. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Next video could be a video to do with my car, or it could be to do with one of the subjects that I mentioned: bodybuilding and fitness, tech, health and fitness, entrepreneurship, education and career. Could be anything. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.